I just said that. See, I just scammed all you guys. I just wanted to know who the scammers were in my chat. So now I'm going to ban you all. So you just got scammed. I actually... No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think... Yeah. Yeah, see your chest? Sure. Yeah, dude. Thunderstorm Sork, when it first came out, was freaking amazing. Was so good when it first came out. And got him, yeah. So, I'm done running maps. I'm going to tell you guys a scam story, though. This is a real scam story. After this, I'm going to sign off for the stream. Give myself like a little break before Mafia. But here is the the Diablo 2 scam story. So my brother, this didn't happen to me, it happened to my brother, but him and I used to share a computer, and so the rule was 1 hour on, and then you give it up to your brother, and they get a 1 hour on, and we had two different characters, we didn't share a character. So he would play an hour, I would play an hour, I would watch over his shoulder while he played, he would watch over my shoulder while I played. That's how it went when we were little kids. And so in Diablo 2, for those of you that don't know... Wait, did he die? Oh. No, you scared me. Okay. So in Diablo 2, there was no easy way to mule your gear. So you couldn't buy stash tabs, but the stash was very much like this. Like, bigger items took up more space and rings took up smaller, etc. You could not mule, we called it mule. You would create a bunch of characters, a bunch of extra characters, and you would use their stash space, and that was a mule. It was just a level 1 that held your shit. So in order to mule, to switch things, you either had to have a friend who was online and you trade it to them, and then you get on your mule and they trade it back. That was the safe and secure way to do it. But what most people did is they would go into a game, and you couldn't create a private game, because if you were in a private game for less than 5 minutes and you dropped all your gear on the ground to be picked up by your mule, the gear would disappear off of the ground. So you had to either A, create a private game and wait 5 minutes and then pray your internet didn't drop, because internet dropping was a real thing. And if your internet dropped, then the room dropped, and then all of your gear ripped. So there was that. You could get a friend, but if you didn't have a friend on at the time, the common thing that people would do is they would go into a public game, and they would find a public game that was semi-full, 4 players. I think you could have 8 at a time back then. You would go into a public game and say it was like Act 4, kill the boss type of room. You would go into Act 1, and you would find a remote corner of Act 1, and you would just drop all your shit on the ground, and then you'd quickly log off, log on your mule, go pick up your stuff in that remote corner, and then phew, you did it. And 99% of the time, this worked just fine. This is a very archaic way of transferring your gear from your main character to your mule. However, one time my brother did this. He was like a level 80 or 90. He was high, and he went into Act 4 kill boss, and everybody was like level 30. So he does this, and everybody's alarm bells start going off because they're like, what is this level 80 doing in our room? So he goes to a remote corner of Act 1, just right outside, drops all the stuff, logs out, logs back in, and as soon as he does, and he goes to Act 1 to see it, there's a dude there picking up all his shit. And my brother's pretty pissed about that, and he's like, yo, give me my shit back. Give me my gear back. And this was like pretty good gear. And the dude was like, you tried to mule in my game, like get fucked, basically. And my brother goes, listen, I'm going to give you an option. Here are your options. One, you give me back all my gear, and I never see you again. We'll just forget this happened. Or two, I will take you for all that you're worth in the game. And the guy was like, do your worst, man. I don't care. Like, I'm going to take your stuff. There's nothing you can do about it. So my brother exacted his revenge. He did a who is to find out what this guy's account name was. And then he waited a week. And he whispers to the guy and he goes, hey man, guess who? Guess who, dude? And the guy goes, Is this John from school? Is this your new account? And my brother was like, yeah, man, it's John from school. Like, he made the guy give him the answer. So the guy's like, yeah, this is John from school. So they party up, they play for hours, like 4 or 5 hours or something together. And this whole time, this guy thinks it's John from school. My brother's just like teaming up with him, partying with him, whatever. And then the guy goes, hey, you mind if I transfer some stuff? I got some stuff. And John from school is like, yeah, man, go ahead. I can hold on to this stuff for you. Go ahead and transfer whatever you need. And he transfers some like shitty stuff, right, at first. And he transfers some shitty stuff, and my brother's like, okay. And then he gives it back to him. And he's like, okay. Transfers some shitty stuff. And then the guy goes, okay, I got a few more things to transfer. My brother's like, okay, go ahead. And he logs back in and he transfers like some, like the very best armor in the game. I forget what it was called. He transferred some vampire helms, some .08 vamp gazes, which were like not droppable anymore in the .09 patch, which were like fucking amazing. Like a couple of Shakos, like just all this like really good stuff in Diablo 2. And the guy's like, all right, like a bunch of Stone of Jordans. The guy's like, all right, trade it back, mule it back to me. And my brother's like, no. And the guy's like, John, quit playing around, dude. Like, let me get my gear back. And my brother goes, hey, remember like a week ago, last Monday, when you went into a game and this guy was muling his gear and he said he's going to take you for all that you're worth if you don't give his gear back? And the guy's like, ... He's like, well, that's actually me. I'm not John from school. I'm that guy. And get fucked, man. Basically, get fucked. And the guy was like, dude, please give me my gear back. Please give me my gear back. Like, this, I've worked for this for years, man. I've worked for years. This is my gear, man. Like, this is my main stuff. Please give it back. Oh, please. He's like, please, like, let my dad call you. Let my dad call your house. Like, just let me have my gear back, man. I'll give you back everything I stole. I'm sorry. And my brother was like, well, I guess you won't ever try to steal from somebody muling again. But get fucked, man. Next time, you don't want to trust John from school. So that was the story of how my brother got his mule gear stolen, and then he scammed the guy back. He went for the long con, and he totally just wrecked this dude. It was one of my favorite stories to tell in terms of scamming in D2 and stuff. The counter scam. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to sign off for tonight. In 2 hours, I'm going to be streaming Super Mafia All-Stars.